Today is the day that the Christmas is coming down. I love it. And it's been up since the beginning of November, so I've enjoyed it for 2 full months. Kevin has gone upstairs and brought all the totes down. Even though I told him not to do all that, he did, because my knees, I'll tell you, I don't know what it is with my knees, but I can hardly tolerate to go up and down the steps a couple times, and then I'm sore, so sore afterwards. My knees just can't handle it anymore. So Kevin did what I told him not to and brought all the totes down, didn't you? Yeah. And that, okay, but that's it. And this stuff's from outside. So now I'm going to get started. I'll probably start in the dining room first, but we're going to take Christmas down. So the first thing I'm going to put up is this Love Actually nativity scene. Kevin made this for me. I think it's been a couple years ago now. I'm using one of these Hostess boxes that I got sent to me for free with Hostess little cakes in it. But it's the perfect size for this nativity. And I am individually wrapping each piece because they are very breakable. And I just like to keep this whole set together and not put anything else in the box. And now I'm moving on to the Christmas cards. Malcolm had sent me, I have some from other people, but Malcolm sent me the majority of these that I put up every single year because they're very, very decorative. And now that is the Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys. That is Santa's castle. And it has a lot of little people. It actually came with people, but then we bought an extra set of people. So there'd be extra people. And so I'm putting that in the original box. And I put some other things in that box too, just because they'll fit. And the more I can get up those steps in one go, the better. So now I'm going to wrap all the breakable things on the table. These are things that stay on the dining room table the whole season. They go down the middle. And I'm using all new tissue paper because I've been using the same tissue paper for like 20 years. I'm not even kidding. So finally it's like, I need to throw this tissue paper away and start with new tissue paper. And so that was fun, getting to roll everything up. It's kind of like moving, Yeah, you're packing everything away just like you do when you move house, and just pack it as nicely as you can and try to think, you don't want anything to get squashed or broken, and you don't want to push on anything down in there to where it'll break or anything like that. That is a plate that Ashley made me when she was like in elementary school. And so now these bells, I bought these bells a long time ago. They remind me of the movie Meet Me in St. Louis, and that's why I bought those bells. And now you're going to see me, all my Portobello by Design mugs. I'm going to gather those up, and I'm going to move them all over to the table. I just want to get them off the bookshelves and over to the table. And I buy those, the majority of those, we buy them mainly at Home Goods, but I have bought some at TJ Maxx too. I know Marshall's is owned by them as well, but I don't think I've ever bought one of those Portobello by Design mugs in Marshall's. I think I've only bought them in Home Goods and TJ Maxx. So now I'm bringing them all into the kitchen because that is where I store these. So I don't store these up in the attic with Christmas stuff. These get stored in the kitchen, and you're going to see where in just a second. Okay, so I'm climbing up in a kitchen chair. And what I'm having to do, I'm switching out some of my Pyrex bowls. But what I'm having to do is I have Portobello by Design mugs for a lot of occasions. So like I don't have St. Patrick's Day, but I do have a lot of most of the other occasions. So what I'm having to do is pull out all the Valentine's Day, the spring, summer, Easter, and even the Halloween have to be pulled up front because all those Christmas ones, the chair I wasn't able to reach. So now you're seeing me get a step ladder. I had to get the step ladder. The cups have to be switched around. I want the Christmas ones in the very back because I know I'm not going to use those for a while. And I am so thankful for this corner cabinet. This is an awesome, awesome cabinet because it holds so much. So all my holiday mugs are in there. There's some Pyrex in there. But I had to go through the mugs and decide, okay, which ones do I want to keep out and which ones need to be stored for a little while. And these are the ones I've put my Valentine's over to the side, and I've decided, okay, here's Kevin's cups for the next few months. Here's my cups for the next few months. And then Kevin knows when he goes in there, the ones up front, those are the ones that he grabs when he makes coffee. So now we're out in the den, and I just dumped out in that chair. You see that chair full of, those are little Starbucks boxes, because you all have been so generous with me that I have tons and tons and tons of Starbucks little mugs, ornaments that have all the states' names on them. But then I also have those little ones that look like tumblers, and they just have like pictures on the front or something. Like I know I got some from Disney, and they have like, they were celebrating, I think, 100 years when Kevin and I were there last. And so I got some special ones there, but they look like little tumblers. But the tumblers don't have boxes, but now the mugs, the actual mugs with the state names on them, do have boxes. And so every single one of those I have. And so I go through first, and I'm looking for all those mugs, and I'm looking for all those tumblers, and I'm setting those over to the side on the table. But I really like this flock tree. I know I've said this a million times. I didn't think I would necessarily like a flock tree. And also, I've always had colored lights. I love the colored lights. And I just really fell in love with both of these trees. Out of the two, I still like that smaller one, the small flock tree that's on the desk. I still like that one the most because, I don't know, it's just really, really pretty. But I do like both of these very, very much. So now I'm just going through, and each one of those cups I'm putting in the box. And I'm really glad I kept those. I wish I had kept all the boxes for my big ones, my big full-size mugs, but I did not. Sadly, I did not. So now I'm going to fill this box with all of the Starbucks boxes first, and then I put the little tumblers in next to the boxes. And now I'm just looking through the tree for flat ornaments. So anything that's flat or that I can lay in there or put on the side of the box, I will. And then I'll look for soft ornaments, and then I will just fill this box completely full. This is like I think a Keurig box or something. But it's really nice if you want to keep certain ornaments together. So like all the ornaments for these two little trees, I think they all ended up fitting in this box. I think they did. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking they all fit in this box. The only thing about the flock tree that I do have to say is it's a little bit harder to get the ornament off. I mean, and it's not a big deal. I shouldn't even complain at all, but it does sometimes it wants to get hooked, like the loop wants to get hooked in that flocked part, and so it can be a little harder. So yeah, so I've got all the ornaments off that tree, and now I'm going to take them all off this mini tree. And there's a lot of soft ornaments on this tree. So there's a lot of cute little, like, some of them look like the characters from the Nutcracker. And so like ballerinas and the Nutcracker and stuff like that. And see this little blanket under this tree. That's literally all that is a little blanket. And then that's what I had under the other flock tree, was just a blanket. So I didn't go out and buy a special tree skirt because nobody sees it anyway, because usually we try to cover up the tree skirts. And now I'm just gathering stuff. I'm like, okay, I need to get all the stuff off this bookshelf, and that way get it all off, put it all in one place, and then put it up. That way I know I'm done with the bookshelf. I can check it off. So I'm just trying to fit whatever I can fit in this tote. Like I said, my goal is to fit as much in there as possible without pushing it down, just so that I don't have to go up and down the steps a bunch of times. So this is that you've seen, I've switched. I put the box up, switched to this tote, and I've actually put some stuff in a tote that I've never put in a tote before, because I got rid of a bunch of stuff, a bunch of holiday stuff, and so I was able to put stuff in there I've never put in there before. So now I'm in the living room, and Ashley got me that elf. I love that. It's like a spirit elf, or I don't know what it's called, but it's for the University of Kentucky, and I love it. And now I'm putting all these little Advent characters back into the Advent calendar. They're the Nightmare Before Christmas. They're Funko characters, so they're really nice quality. And now for the tree, the first thing I do is I take the bows off. So the bows are the last thing to go on. They're the first thing to come off. So I walk around, and of course I always find some later, but that's what I do, is try to get those bows first. And then any that require special boxes, I do not keep ornament boxes, because it just takes up way, way, way too much space. And so I only keep boxes for very, very special ones that I'm afraid they're delicate or they're going to get broken. And so I probably only have, I don't know, 5 boxes maybe for ornaments. And then I'll go around and I have big doll heads, and I'll take the big doll heads off and put those up, because I keep all those together. And then I try to get like the antique ornaments, and then I'll just get whatever I can get. Just put the rest in there. But I have quite a few ornaments. If I ever had to get rid of more ornaments, though, I could, because I have a lot of plain ones, just filler, So I could definitely get rid of more if I needed to. So these are the Christmas pillows. I need to put them up, but I would like to put them inside. Now, normally they just set up in the attic just like this. They don't get dirty or anything like that, and they're fine. But I would like to put them in a bag. So I had bought these bags a while back for pillows. And if I'm putting the Christmas pillows up, then I need to replace them with other pillows anyway. So it's just a lot. There's a lot of pillows here. And so I'm going to get all of these out. And because I don't even know what pillows I have. And I don't know, right now there's so much stuff sitting around, I can't even picture how many I'm going to need. I'm going to try to get these out and then put the Christmas pillows in these bags, and then decide where I want the pillows that are in here. So I actually got rid of I don't know, I probably got rid of 5 Christmas pillows, because I just didn't realize how many I had. And I see a beautiful pillow, and I want it, and so I had bought way too many. I'm not going to buy any more pillows. You heard it here first. But so I got all these pillows out, laid them out, and what I'm doing is I'm emptying those bags, and what you're seeing me do is put Christmas pillows back in those bags. And I shove as many in there as I can, and I actually just filled up 2 bags, and then I had one completely empty, because the rest of the Christmas pillows I'll have are too big to fit in one of these containers. If you're curious where we keep everything, where we store everything, this is our attic. I've shown it before many, many times. This is where we have our wreaths back here. I just literally, a lot of people put them in bags and all this stuff. I don't. I just shove them back in the corner. These garbage bags have like a blanket and a pillow for Halloween and like a blanket and a pillow for Christmas that goes on the front porch. Since they were on the front porch, I put them in a garbage bag because we have neighborhood kitty cats, and so if there's any fleas or whatever, I'm hoping they'll die off in there. I haven't had an issue before. This box belongs to Ashley. It's something she's storing up here. But these are both of the Christmas trees. These 2 bags are just pillows, literally pillows. And so I will take those, and I do not walk those down the steps. I will literally take it and throw it over the banister and then get it downstairs. I'm not going to carry it down the steps. Then this whole middle shelf all the way over to here, it's all bins. And then down here behind the trees, it's all bins. And then this is Halloween stuff, and it's bigger stuff and heavy too. So like these busts are really, really heavy. My dad gave me these. These are so cool. He gave me these after Halloween, before he moved. Like, they were getting their stuff to move. And you know, you always find stuff that's like, where did that come from? And they were getting ready to move, and he's like, look what I found. I found these nesting dolls. And so I could have them out right now, but I thought those will be cool to put out for Halloween. So I put them up here with the Halloween stuff, and I'll put them out at Halloween. But the stuff that goes on the front porch and everything is up here. And then over here I have our wrapping paper in this. And I have some, my Starbucks mugs. I kept some boxes, but I did not keep all those boxes. Now, I do have all the boxes for the ornaments, the little cups. But I did not keep all the big boxes. I should have. I wish I had of. And we're going blurry. Why are we going blurry? I don't know why we were going. I don't know why. Well, I didn't keep them because it would have taken up so much space, and I'm displaying them, right? But I do wish I'd kept the boxes, just because it's nice to have the box that your Starbucks mug comes in. I don't know why. These cushions are for the bench seat in the kitchen. So every 2 months, I'll come up here, I'll bring a cushion, and then I'll take down a different color. So right now, I think there's a white one, or it's really, really light. And then next month in February, I'll probably take down this light blue one. I'm glad I got what I got, because they came from Pier 1, and Pier 1... well, I think you can still order stuff online from Pier 1, but I have enough anyway. I have enough to switch it out every 2 months. I have plenty. I'm not concerned about it. And then over here, we have, you see all these empty bins, and these are what I fill up with Christmas presents. So over here, they're labeled. So Christina has a bin, Andrew has a bin, and then these are turned around the wrong way. But basically, Christina, Andrew, Ashley, Gavin, Amelia, Evie, everybody has their own bin. And as I buy Christmas presents, I will bring them up here, and I will put, like if we bought a sweater for Christina, I would put the sweater in Christina's bin and close it up. That way I'm not sorting all this stuff out at the end of the year towards Christmas. And now, when we lived in a smaller house, I could not do this. We lived in, like, before this house, we lived in like an 1,100 square foot, just a regular ranch house. And so I would hide stuff like in the closet and under the bed, and you couldn't store stuff like this. But since I have this big attic space, that's why I am able to do this. So now I do the bins. If we ever moved anywhere else, I probably would have to get rid of the bins. I wouldn't be able to do the bins anymore. But this is basically it. This is where it all gets stored, and I'm very happy with the way things turned out this year, because I gave a lot of stuff that that was not meaningful to me. I gave some stuff away. A lot of like just random ornaments and stuff like that, and stuff that I had bought. You know, when you're young. When you're young, and I may have said this before, when you're young and you're buying your first tree and your first house and all that, you get the ornaments that you can afford. So the ornaments that you can afford are not necessarily the ornaments that mean a lot to you. And that was definitely our case. So Kevin and I bought a lot of just filler ornaments to fill up the tree that meant nothing, that were just very, very cheap miscellaneous ornaments that it's like, these don't mean anything to me, and we literally bought them as filler. I can get rid of them. So I was able to get rid of 2 bins up here with basically ornaments and just miscellaneous stuff. But I'm really, really glad because it will make it easier for me to not have to take all those trips up and down the steps in 2023. This is that main event that showed the building next to it. The building next to it is Ulta, and then you have a Burlington. There used to be a Toys R Us over here, but anyway, we looked this main event place up, and it looks like it has a lot of entertainment options for people.
Yeah, like indoor, like mini golf
or laser tag,
all kinds of stuff like that.
So it'll be really exciting to see what they're going to have once they open up. We have some boxes to open and a Christmas card, a lone Christmas card.
I'm guessing it's a card. Christmas.
Well, you know what? There's going to be another Christmas card because one of these boxes, somebody told me they put a Christmas card in the box. So I know there's going to be another Christmas card. Yes, God's gift, little baby on the hay, soon there'll be another day, when now shall pierce your hands and feet, as you provide our sins defeat. Risen Jesus on the throne, we lift our praise to you alone, for you're the gift that we receive the moment that our hearts believe. I've never heard that before. Huh. Merry Christmas, Duns. And I think is it Glenn? It says Robert G. So maybe it is Glenn. I'm not for sure.
It's signed, so.
Not for sure. Glenn. He has sent me a very nice, let's see. Tammy, I hope you and Kevin are looking forward to a joyful Christmas with all your family. Please give Kevin my regards. I cannot tell you how much I've enjoyed your YouTube channel over the years. Your food reviews are a go-to for me whenever I'm thinking about trying a product, new or old. And your vacation videos are always so much fun, a special glimpse into your family. My favorite by far, however, are those blind taste tests. You know, people really do like the blind taste test. Speaking of blind taste tests, I had an idea for one I thought you might like to try. Kevin will hate it. Sorry about that. I think a comparison between Walmart's Great Value powdered peanut butter and your beloved PB Fit would be really cool.
We did some powdered peanuts, but I don't know if we did the Great Value.
I don't know that I knew Walmart had a Great Value.
Yeah,
Did you?
I don't know if we've seen it or not. I don't know.
I don't know that I'm thinking about it, and I've had a lot of powdered peanut butters. I don't remember ever seeing one at Walmart.
They might have one, we just never noticed it.
I used the Great Value product for a long time until I found your review of PB Fit. After giving it a try, I switched to PB Fit and never looked back. I much preferred it. It's been quite a while, and formulation changed though, so the Great Value version could be better. So if so, it's certainly a much less expensive option. If you've never tried it, you might want to give it a whirl. Thank you again for all you do. I cannot imagine how much effort and hard work goes into producing your content, but it's greatly appreciated. Please keep up the good work. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family. And it is from Glenn in Arkansas, and I will not say your last name.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, thank you so much. The thing about the powdered peanut butter is it's sold in sometimes the weirdest places. So like the PB Fit is sold in the baking aisle. It's sold in the baking aisle. I'm wondering, because I don't remember ever noticing a Great Value brand. I'm wondering if the Great Value brand might actually be sold with the peanut butter, because some powdered peanut butter is sold with the peanut butter.
And I don't like the idea about it. Powdered peanut butter is not the way peanut butter should be.
You know what? I like it, and I'm glad you like it too. And I will totally try. Because at first, when you were writing your letter, I'm thinking, well, if PB Fit is better, why do you want me to try the Great Value? But like he said, formulas do change. That's just that's just like with crumble cookies. They are changing formulas all the time. And some people are like, well, you've already tried this one. Well, yeah, we have, but we're going to try it again because when they haven't had it, like the chocolate chips every week, they're not going to change that up. The pink sugar, they did change that up, and we all heard about it. We know about it, and you know they're going to do what they want to do. But anyway, so that's changed. But those usually, from once they change from then on, they've been the same. But the other cookies, because they go away for a while and then come back, there's always a chance for them to reformulate. The one we had just recently, the golden Oreo, the one with the golden Oreo, it had been reformulated. It was not the same as the one they had before, which was a better cookie than the one that they just brought out. So anyway, I totally get what you're saying about peanut butter. If we can find it, I'll totally buy it. I just honestly have not seen it before. So this box is from Z Chocolato. Shelby has ordered us some Z Chocolato. Now, they're really good about, they put a little cheat sheet in here. You have to look at the brochure. Oh, they've changed it.
Yeah, they wrote them out too.
They've added pictures.
Oh, well, that's good because sometimes you can't identify what they were.
I love that. Kudos. They're not watching this video. Oh my gosh. Those are beautiful. You have to hold that up. That is gorgeous. Kudos to Z Chocolato for making that change because before they did not have pictures in here.
No, so even though they would have a list of the flavor, you couldn't necessarily identify them.
Yeah, you can see those. One of those is clearly pecan because I see the pecans.
Yeah, okay. That one looks like peppermint.
So what is really good is they have this cheat sheet, and then when they come out with holiday flavors, seasonal flavors, they hand write them down here at the bottom so you know what they are. We have a Christmas cookie.
I'm assuming that's one of these two.
We have a red velvet. That is red velvet.
That's probably red velvet.
Yeah, I think that's red velvet.
And this looks like a sugar cookie. So
I think that's Christmas cookie. We have peppermint bark.
Yeah, that's what that looks like.
And then we have a milk chocolate pecan.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much to Shelby. This box of fudge went on its own little trip.
It was in California for a while.
It was in California. It was like...
I mean, it comes from California, but it was also around California.
Yeah, it was like all around California. It took its own little trip, but guess what? The good thing about Z Chocolate Fudge is it's good for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. So we have a box now from Sarah in California, and Sarah told me she was going to include her family Christmas card, so I know it's going to be in there.
I don't see it yet. So.
And they usually do a picture for Christmas. This is from Sprouts, and we don't have Sprouts around us, and these are walnuts. They are banana nut bread with cinnamon walnuts.
And these are like salted butter crackers. Is what it says.
Banana nut bread. That sounds awesome.
I'm assuming this is also from Sprouts.
It says packed for Sprouts Farmers Market, but she wrote it on here too.
But this one doesn't say anything on it. I'm assuming that's also Sprouts.
No, it looks like a bag of saltine crackers.
Yeah, and this, so that was
it's supposed to be salted butter.
Right, and this is jalapeno cheddar.
Okay. And you know what? If they came in a box, she could have folded up the box and included it. Because there you go. That's it.
I see it.
That's it. Solved. Mystery solved.
Yeah, you have
and so she was letting us know which one was which. Okay. Very smart. So this
It saves room in the box.
It does, because these boxes are getting pricier and pricier to mail. If you've always thought about, oh, I'll buy them something and mail it to them, it won't cost much. You're going to pay for whatever you're buying, and then you're going to pay $20 or more to ship it. So it's a big deal when people do this. So All American crackers, which I've never heard of in my life.
Never seen
those. They're made in Washington, maybe? I don't know. I think, maybe. This is jalapeno cheddar cornbread, and then like we said, salted butter. So yes, I will take those back together and take my pictures. Thank you, Sarah, for including those. Bob's Red Mill. This is homestyle granola. Oh, peanut butter. Yay! I cannot wait to try this. And I have not seen this around here.
Oh, so this is another one from Sprout.
Okay. This is maple toffee peanuts. That just sounds dangerous. And they look like something that you just want to pick up and shove in your mouth. Okay. This good and gather. So this is I see where her mind's at. This is peanut butter granola. Peanut butter granola. Peanut butter granola. And what's the kind that I always buy? The kind. I buy the kind peanut butter granola. Yeah. So this will be interesting to see the different flavors. Ooh.
Bunch of candy bars.
Okay. Moonstruck, Portland, Oregon, which we see Moonstruck. Moonstruck is the brand. They sell Moonstruck in Whole Foods. And every time we go in there, Kevin says, we should try some of those. What they're
We've probably tried them already. Some of them.
Huh?
Have we ever tried them before?
No, that's what I'm saying. The ones that Kevin's wanted to try are in the frozen section.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in these containers.
Yeah.
And they look like they sell like cupcake. I don't know what they sell.
They're all kinds of stuff.
But they're in containers and they say Moonstruck, and Kevin's always saying, you know, we should really try those. Well, this is that same brand, but candy bars. So we have crunchy milk chocolate salted toffee and a milk chocolate. And then we have Theo bars. This is, milk and cookies. Nutcracker brittle. I love the packaging. And gingerbread spice. And then, more Moonstruck.
It was a different package. I haven't really.
This is a seasonal milk chocolate gingerbread and dark chocolate pecan caramel turtle. Yes. Yeah, we'll look
Do you want the
forward to
card
that.
first, or you want to do this first?
Oh, let's see the card. That way you can see who Sarah is and you can picture her in your mind while we're opening this. Happy holidays with love. Rodney, Nancy, Aaron, Sarah, Lexi, and Lucy. Lexi and Lucy are her dogs, just so you know. Okay, so Sarah is the one in black in the top picture. That is Sarah. And then here's another one, and Sarah is the one in the stripes. Dear Tammy and Kevin, happy holidays. Wishing you and your family a lovely and happy holiday season. Oh, she said, I see. He wasn't in this picture. She said, the person between me and my sister is her boyfriend, Connor. He's got a nice smile. So Sarah is in the stripes in that picture. In that big one. I'm pointing her out in those pictures because it's bigger. It's easier for you to see her in those pictures. And then her sister is in the back, in the cami. They travel a lot. These are so good. Don't they look healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it looks like they do a lot of active things.
Yeah, we don't go on vacation to do anything active.
No, we think, where can we? No, that's not true. Because when we go to Disney, we run our butts off.
We do.
And when we go to London, we do the same thing. We go constantly. So the only place where we relax, honestly, is when we go to Hawaii. I think it's very relaxing.
It's still running around there too.
A little, but not a tenth of what we do.
No.
And Sarah told me she was going to send me these. These were, if you all watched the video of our favorite candy bars, these made my list of candy bars because these are the C's Awesome peanut brittle bars, and they're awesome. They're just good. They're absolutely terrific. They're not a lot of calories either. 150 calories for that. So you can eat two, right? Thank you for these. Ooh. Holiday Bordeaux limited time sweets. Our classic brown sugar cream center wrapped in white chocolate decorated with red and green sprinkles. And we tried, the Bordeaux was one of the, we tried the C's Fudge, and the Bordeaux was one that we absolutely were crazy about it. Both of us were. Oh, Victoria my gosh. A single block of crunchy buttery toffee with whole almonds drenched in milk chocolate
Looks thick,
and
dude.
chopped almonds.
That box is heavy.
I'm just thinking about it. That sounds absolutely. And you know, we didn't see that in the store because we have a Seas that opens up in the mall at
they
Christmas.
don't get everything.
And oh wow, I can't wait. And then she sent us
This
a box.
is a picked box.
A create your own.
Create your own.
So if you've never been in a Seas, they have a counter, a glass counter, and you can look behind there and tell them, I want one of these, and
It's almost like an ice cream parlor.
4 of these, and 6 of these, you know, and they'll make you up a box. And it smells terrific in there. It's wonderful. When we go visit in Hawaii,
because they're actually like have the chocolate out there.
It's an actual store.
The pop-up shops, they just sell boxes.
No, so yeah, Kevin's right. So you go in a store and you get to pick and choose what you want. But we have, I think each time we've been to Hawaii, we've gone in there like 3 times each time. Because we go in there and we think, okay, we've got everything we want. And then what you do is you go back to your hotel room and you eat it all, and then you have to go back. So that's what happens. So she has sent us a milk peanut butter patty, a milk peanut nougat, a milk butterscotch square, which is Ashley's favorite, a milk pecan bud, a milk rocky road, a cashew brittle, which we got Ashley some of that for Christmas, apple pie truffle, pecan roll, Tipperary bonbon. I don't remember that one.
They're specialty pieces.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that one at all. And then we have a eggnog, and then this was the whole box of Holiday Bordeaux, and then a white mint truffle. Oh, not on the sheet. Dark salted caramel, buttery brown sugar, caramel, and rich dark chocolate sprinkled with sea salt. She's trying to kill us.
It's a dark salted caramel.
Yes.
And then you read the description.
Yes. Yeah, it's a dark salted caramel. Yes. Thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, because we, like Kevin said, ours is just a pop-up shop, and so we
have a limited number of things.
Yes. Now, we have reviewed a lot of the flavors on here. The bad thing is when you open it up, I don't know that you can tell.
Most of the time you can't tell from the picture.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can, but
yeah.
not all the time.
So we might just be
just do it.
Just do it. We might just be trying every single one of them again.
Poor us.
Poor us. Yeah. You might have just forced us to do that. Thank you very, very, very much. I'm so excited. The Z Chocolato and the C's, those are probably our two favorite.
Like sweets.
My two favorites. If you ask me what's your favorite fudge, even though C sells fudge, my favorite fudge that I've ever tried would be the Z Chocolato.
Probably mine too. They're so different.
Favorite candy, American chocolate company, it would be the C's. Yeah, that would be it. So thank you all very, very much. And thank you again for both of the Christmas cards. So I want to show you, we went from snow in last week's vlog to this rain this week. And I want you to look, today is the Herbie day, so you see and think about it, those trash collectors are out there in this rain right now picking up garbage. But I want you to see they go up our side of the road first, and then they get the other side of the road. So they've already gotten ours, but they haven't got the other side of the road. But I mean, I don't know if you can tell how hard it's raining. Look over here at this guy's house. You see it coming out of the gutter here? And then it always shoots off the back of his house. Right there in the middle. See it shooting off the back of his house? That's how you know it's raining really, really hard. Oh, and it's coming off the top of their house too. I've never really paid attention to on their roof right there. Right there. Yeah, but that's some hard rain. Oh, it's easing up a little bit now. It still is hard though. If I would not want to be on the interstate in this weather, because would be like, okay, Tammy's going to crawl on the floor now. So, but it is easing up now. So hopefully it'll pass by. And you see people still have their Christmas decorations out. We put ours up already. Yeah, that's a lot of rain. So some of the country roads around us are probably flooded right now because it doesn't take much. So remember I said it was slowing down? Well, it started back up again. So it's not over with. It hasn't passed. It still is going strong. It just took a little break. And it never quit completely. It just slowed down a little bit. Usually over here beside the house, though, it kind of floods. So we'll look at it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, okay. That's where we set our Herbies. And look. Yeah, and you see in the yard right there. I guess maybe it's lower because that's where we pull our Herbies up and down from the street every time, and we don't realize we're making a dip in there, but I guess we are. Yeah. Asma sent me this pop-up festive tree. This is a Christmas tree, and it comes in this envelope. So she didn't put it in a box or anything like that because she didn't have to. On the other side of this is our address and her address and the stamps and everything on the outside. She mailed this. She had just mailed us a box before Christmas, and we opened that box the week before Christmas, like, I don't know, like the 16th or something like that. So she mailed this at the exact same time. So here we are in January now, and I'm just now getting this. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to leave it because it's a Christmas decoration and it's beautiful. You can see this is what it's going to look like. And I will absolutely put it up with my Christmas decorations next year. But this year, I've already put everything up for Christmas. So, Asma, I will contact her. She's going to be thrilled to death that I finally got this because she's like, you know, where is this thing? Because it hadn't gotten here. It's been weeks. And so next year when I pull this out, I'm going to keep it in here completely, and then I will pull it out and I will show it to you. Because I don't want to take it out just to have to put it all back and store it up in the attic, because it looks like it has a lot of, you know, little small ornaments and stuff like that. So I know Asma will understand. But this is beautiful. She had one like this, and she had one, I think it had different birds on it or something like that, and it was beautiful as well. And I tell you what, if you had a big long dining room table like we do, you could have one at one end of the table and have the other one at the other end of the table. But anyway, thank you, Asma. I'm sorry it took so long to get here. I'm going to end the vlog for the week, but before I do, some of you all had asked about my dad and how he was doing. So my dad lived right here in town in Kentucky forever. I was born in Lexington, and so we came from Lexington to Winchester when I was like in second grade. And then we moved in this house when I was in third grade. So I've been in Winchester since second grade. So anyway, he's been here for that long too. And so he moved to South Carolina, as you all may know from previous vlogs. And he moved to a brand new house. So this house has never been lived in. And one of the things that I think you have to take in consideration is that every single thing, when you're moving out of state, it can be a pain. And I mean, you need to cover everything. Your bank will probably change. Your doctor will change. All your doctors. So your doctors and your including your dentist and all of that's going to change. And so while you're here before you move, you need to get your medical records together and take those with you. Then when you move, you have it's like 45 days or something like that to change your driver's license. Now, that's the case whether you change, I don't know what the rule, how many days it is if you just move from like one place in the same town to another place. But I do know legally you're supposed to go get your license changed because they want to know where you're living. And when if Lord forbid you get pulled over, they need to know that this police officer needs to know that this is where you live and all that stuff. So insurance, there'll be changes with insurance, there'll be changes with your driver's license, all that. So all that has to be taken care of in a short time. So not only are you moving and settling in and trying to unpack boxes, but you're also trying to contact the DMV and trying to figure out what you need to do about that. So when he moved, it was like torrential rain. It was really, really, really bad rain, severe rain. And so it rained over a period of days. And so this is not what he was picturing at all when he moved to South Carolina. He's thinking warm, sunny skies, getting out in the golf cart, because he is living in a town where you can be on that golf cart and you're allowed to rip and run on that. And, in our area, you cannot do that. It's only in I think neighborhoods or something. But he can pretty much go wherever he wants, where he's living, on that golf cart. So he was not at all thinking, I'm going to have to deal with all this rain. And so the movers are trying to move stuff in, and it's just coming down. And he immediately wants to put a building in his backyard to house all of his stuff. And he had ordered this building, and they wanted to bring the building, but then he said, nope, you better not bring the building, because if you bring the building, you're going to get stuck in this yard. Because this yard, brand new house, brand new yard. So I think he said they had hay or some kind of ground cover to where it was like a swamp. And so if they would have torn the yard all to pieces and probably gotten stuck in his yard if they had tried to deliver this building, because we're talking about a huge building here. So, and that's just one thing. And he, I think it really just to get down there and have all this rain, and then the movers couldn't get it all, so they got the majority of it, but then they had to, a couple of days later, they had to deliver the rest of it, so he got all his stuff later. And then there was issues with the driver's license and stuff like that. But I'm happy to say he was very frustrated at first. I will freely admit that he was very frustrated at first. I would have been frustrated too. I think the stress of moving alone would have had you on edge. But then to have other things going on at the same time, it's just, for in Kentucky to get your driver's license, he had his driver's license just fine here, but then in South Carolina they wanted his eyes to be corrected to this precise thing, and so he had to go to the doctor and it was just a whole thing. But I'm pretty sure his building was going to be delivered this week. They're having a fence put up around the yard, because they have a big dog. His name is Simon, and he's a big dog, and so they're putting a fence up in the yard. He got his driver's license though, got his approval for his Vietnam veteran tags, the plate for his truck. He's visited his doctor there, and he has met new people. He's been to the post office a bunch of times, and he's met the people at the post office, and they remember him. And he has met a local artist down there, and he's already purchased a work of art from this local artist and a custom piece. And then he has a new handyman, but he's made friends, and he is, I'm trying to tell you everything. I'm trying to think. He loves to go out to eat and find new places to eat, and so he's visited a lot of different places. That's something that they enjoy doing, is they enjoy going in different stores and shopping, and they enjoy going out to eat and finding new places, and they're really good at finding new places to eat. So he's enjoyed that very much. But he has this big, like, walk-in closet. And when I say closet, you're thinking of something small, but this isn't. This has nice doors that open up, and it's a large closet in the guest bedroom. And I'm pretty sure it was in the guest bedroom. Anyway, they have converted this to his own private office. And so it's really nice. He sends me videos of the house and of this office, and I love these videos that he sends me. And I would never, I know some people would say, well, why don't you include them? I wouldn't include them. I don't think he would want me to include them in my vlog for people to watch. But his office is really, really nice. They did a good job. His wife helped him set everything up and arrange everything and all that. And it's his space. And so he had in his video, he had his ammunition in there. I think his guns were in there, but his things, his pictures of family, and just all of his things were in there. And I thought, that's the perfect space for him, just for him, because Laura, his wife, she has her own office, and she works from home. And so she has her own office, and now he has his own office. And I think that's awesome that they each have their own spaces like that. It's really, really nice. So I wanted to give you an update because I think anybody that moved would be fibbing a little bit if they said everything was perfect and hunky-dory the minute they moved in. I just don't think that's going to be true, because there's always going to be hurdles you have to jump over. There's always going to be, changing that driver's license or insurance or going to the bank and going to the doctor. And there's just all these things that you don't think about that are going to change, and you're going to have to do all these things when you leave. And so I think once you get all that done, you can just breathe. You could just sit down and just breathe and just soak it in, and like, I'm here. Now I'm here. I'm in South Carolina. I can enjoy it, and hopefully it gets warm quicker there than it does here, and so he'll get to enjoy some warm days. And so far it's been too cool for them to go out on that in the golf carts, but hopefully it gets warmer quicker there than it does here, and he's able to get out on that, because I think he would really, really enjoy that too if he's able to get out on that golf cart. But he's doing well, and he is settled in. The boxes are unpacked, and so I wanted to give you all that update because I know you had been very curious. But thank you for hanging in there with me for another week, and we will see you next week.